Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to another episode of Our Purpose Podcast. As you know, I am your host, The Voice. With me tonight, we would only be having Ryan and Joe join us a little bit later. Charmaine and Wooden Spoon, they had some other engagements to deal with. So without further ado, I will go ahead and get Ryan on with us. What's going on, boss?
Blessings, blessings, blessed Sunday, everybody.
How the sun there treated that?
Sunday, back and forth between places and parishes. Get home, just basically got home not too long ago, so I can do the show.
Yep.
So I am live now for the show.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, definitely, boss. It's always a pleasure. So just thank you for definitely joining us. Um, we always talk about what's on your mind, right? So on a long weekend, I know you had a lot of engagement, so I just want to know anything at all. What is on your mind?
Well, I heard it was an old story, but it came up recently and it had quite a few people talking both locally and internationally, especially in the football community. The story of Kaka and his wife.
Uh huh.
I heard they were married for 10 years. They were high school sweethearts or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw where it said they were married from '05 to 2015. And her reason for leaving him was that him too nice. And him do everything him supposed to do and all of that. So apparently Kakanen never that show the football boots off or a show him Ballon d'Or title off or fling one of the gold medal them when win off or the World Cup winning medal after. Yeah, him the too nice. Him do what him supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw where some women were saying when a woman say a man too nice, it mean them boring. So I guess the women can chime in and give me them suggestion, tell me if that is true. And normally women ask the guys who are like that. So now them get the guy like that and it become boring. So I don't know what it is really
Um,
that them say them want. Or is it that them get when them want it becomes boring? I don't know.
so Mika is saying that woman have mental issues. So I want to get your perspective on it first, and then, after getting your perspective, then I'll give my perspective.
Yeah, man. I uh, probably the boring thing. I guess maybe that's a factor. Maybe I don't know. Maybe him not challenge her anymore. Maybe she want a new dick. Maybe she never try her next man before. Maybe she never get to live her teenage life
Oh
the
man.
way she may have wanted to because she was a footballer woman. Maybe Kaka stop play so the hype wear off. Because you realize when she said she divorced him 2015, the time the Kaka was on him way out of football. So the money that kind of dry up. Kaka did go in church them time there as an evangelist. So it could be a myriad of things, whereas it could maybe be one of what I just said, or maybe something else. Maybe she
Mm-hmm.
have mental issues, as Mika saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so but we see this happen a lot of times with baller when them are retire or retired. The
Mm-hmm.
woman with them things solid get up and left because the money now I go, the hype I go. Yeah, him just might become a legend, so him not get talk about as much week in, week out. The fame and the hype where she did have, not that they like that, so she maybe want to try something new. Maybe she want to try a man who shot her two backs every now and again. You never know.
So this is my perspective on it, and um, I believe one of the more profound things that you said was the fact that he's probably not challenging her. I feel like there's a lot more to a relationship other than just being there, providing financially, mentally, and so I think there has to be compatibility, right? And I think there have to be nurturing of a relationship. And especially when you talk to persons over time, then the nurturing aspect get a little it change, right? Because as people grow, as people evolve, the relationship has to grow as well, right? And I've always said, for me personally, like I'm a very boring person, right? Like when I do the bag of going out thing, when I do the bag of fun thing, when I do the bag of adventurous thing, right? When I do the bag of adventurous thing, right? Like when I do them thing, right? I really just stay home, stay in my yard, work and chill, right? So again, I can do everything right by a woman, but that's still not fulfilling a woman. Cause so I can stay loyal to her, I can take care of her, I can pay for this fare, I can make sure that she always have everything what she need. But there's still a side of her that is left empty. There's still a side of her that's not fulfilled. There's still a side of her that she's not able to explore with me because I can't bring out that side of her. I'm gonna feel like say a woman should just stay in a relationship if she's not getting the wholesome part of the relationship. Right? I feel like say she can walk away from that relationship. But I think whether woman or man, either gender, I think either one of us can walk away from a relationship that's no longer serving us in the way how we want it to serve us. Without judgment, without blame, it's not serving. All right, me want a girl who probably just want to stay in the house. But the girl when me I talk to, she want to go out all the time. Or no, when me I talk to her, she want to always go out all the time and it no longer serve me. She not cheat, she not disrespect me, she not do anything quote unquote wrong. However, at the same point, I'm still not completely fulfilled in the relationship. And I think at that time, it's okay to everybody can just mutually say, all right, this does not work out.
All right, but here is my thing. I always talk about the intangibles, right?
Yep,
That another person is supposed to bring in a relationship.
yep.
And me also say love overrated. So let me backtrack to what I always say. And probably I am jumping the gun regarding the topic that we should be talking about, but let me tie in everything just the same. The intangibles should be the woman, she's a nurturer, she take care of the house, she help you to be a better man. She do all of that and all of that and all of that, which she's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do as a wife. So she
Yeah.
have fulfill her wifely duties.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand people grow, people become bored, whatever, whatever. But remember that most marriages that last long
Mm-hmm.
is because of the intangibles, because love by itself is a feeling. Love come, love go.
Mm-hmm.
They become friends over time, so they have a lot to talk about because at the end of the day they share a bond.
Yep.
Those intangibles contribute to them sharing a bond. So they
Okay.
become friends. And nothing is wrong with becoming friends because you should be friends with your partner. You should be friends with your husband or your wife and
Mm-hmm.
them thing there. So nothing wrong with that. But I do get where you're coming from in the sense that, yeah, and I accept that people grow each other out at times because you might reach 35 and you say, all right, I'm going to make that step there. And she say, boy, she want you to be more conservative. She want your home more. She want you this and that more. So, yeah, me get that. Me get that. That does happen. But in this situation, I never got that from what she was saying. It just seemed like she said the man boring.
Yeah, and again, I feel like we shouldn't handicap people, in relationships, right? Again, whether or not he's doing everything right by her, if she feel like something boring and that's not something where she can get over, and that's not something where she can deal with, I feel it's best for her to walk away, ask for a divorce, get a divorce, instead of trying to stay in a relationship. Bro, I can tell you this now. One of the worst things where can ever happen to a man is a woman being in a relationship and she don't want to be there. She force herself to the end of the relationship. Like
Yeah.
it shows every single day. It tells you just feel it, right? And that's not something where you want to deal with. So I would have prefer if the woman said, listen, come on. You have done everything that you can. I appreciate everything that you do, but there's a part of me that I don't think you're able to fulfill. And if she
Yeah.
tell me that, I can deal with that and just walk away. with my head held high instead of trying to be somebody who I'm not.
Yeah, but just one last thing though. The grass is not always greener. Sometimes you have to water your area for the grass stay green. Just look at the same Tia. Tia, what's your name? The white when her sister. She
Tia
left
Mori.
her husband. Yeah, she left her husband because people in her ears because she had the breadwinner. The man now make as much money as she him is a failed actor, quote unquote failed actor, where she's successful in her career or whatever. Even though they met through Hollywood and whatever.
Mhm,
But him not as successful as her and them think them now make as much money. She left him
mhm.
and then she realized oh there is not all that. I know she had tried to go back to the youth because she
So
realized the grass is really not greener. She just have to water fair area of the grass it become green and stay green. Now she try to go back to the brother.
so she actually I try to get back with him.
Yeah.
So and this is my thing with that boss. I feel like there's a lot of things what we do in our life and we try to shame people feet and we don't really like it. So let us use this particular situation we talk about, right? So let's say at a point in time you feel like this marriage is not working out. I'm sure, and only because she make more money than him. I'm sure that's not the only reason because when she left the marriage and she was doing interviews, she was also alluding to the fact that she was losing, the fact that she was losing herself, the fact that she could no longer recognize herself, the fact that she don't know who she is anymore. Like those things, take a big toll on a woman, especially a woman who is independent, a woman who is successful, a woman who is making a lot of money. So I feel as though if the woman decides, okay, she can step out, she can apply for, she can file for a divorce or whatever the case may be, and then when she step out there, because remember, when you're in a marriage, Ryan, you don't really know if you're loyal and you're faithful to that marriage. You don't really know what out there in the marriage. You don't know what out there in the world. So now you step out of the marriage, you're on a divorce now, you go out there, you sit out there and be like, damn, I thought there was more out here than what really is out here. And it's just not. And then now, I think it takes a mature adult who can go back and say, well, I made a mistake. This is actually where I want to be. I think at times, like we're all imperfect human beings, boss, and we all make mistakes, we all make bad decisions, and we're gonna continue to make bad decisions as human beings, right? But if we can pivot and say, you know what, that's what I do to ex girl, that was wrong. Let me go back to her and apologize and see if we can get back and we can continue to build something instead of have too much pride, instead of have too much ego, instead of knowing, say, okay, at that person I want, but my ego won't allow me to go back to that person because I don't want to shame me, or I don't want to look bad, or I don't want this person to say this about me and that about me. I feel like so that's a hump that we have to get over and I have to applaud her, for going ahead and doing that. But before you
So
respond,
if you were the husband, would you take her back?
before I answer that, obviously Socrates, welcome, boss. Um, Ryan, I was just asking what's on your mind, and Ryan was talking about the footballer Kaka, where his wife said, or his ex-wife now said that, he was too perfect, was too perfect for her. He did nothing wrong. So, basically, I should have said that for divorcing. So, we're talking about that, and then we segue into other different things. So, no, you asked me if I was the husband. If I was the husband, it depends. What's going on with me? Am I talking to somebody? Am I still single? How do I feel about her? Again, a lot of things will prevent us from moving forward in relationships, right? And I get Socrates to chip in after. I think it's pride and ego. I think pride and ego is something that has really and truly derailed us from where we want to be. So again, if you want a girl, if you want a guy, and them probably do something wrong, nobody no want to talk about you. Nobody no want to be the first person to say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Let us move forward. Let us do this. Nobody wants to do it anymore. Only thing we want to do, we want to hold hard and we want to hold ego. Oh, I'm so big and mighty. Feel like so we can do that because I don't think that's a progressive way of thinking. I don't think those are progressive thoughts. I don't think those are progressive actions. So I feel like that if I am single, I'm not talk to nobody. Of course, would I take her back? Absolutely.
All right, you're a better man than me. Me or Socrates officer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everything is everything is a balance. So once we understand that females and males they mate are attracted to different things, then it's really not so much the ego to me. It is really understanding who you are and what value you bring to our situation. And so bird will fly past them nest all the time because you allow them to do that. And so if you allow them to do that, then they will take advantage. I see Mika saying that relationships get boring when one or both parties are not physically and emotionally attracted to each other, are
Yep.
connected.
Yep.
And that is just because how each gender deals with, the approach and, just being in a relationship. That is all that is about.
Yep.
Because women generally tend to get bored easily. Men, like I said, they always try to say, all right, we're trying to use logic to get to the end goal. What is the end goal here? Get married. I like this pick. We're going to build this life. We're going to talk about when we're going to do this and when we're going to do that, when we're going to have children, when we're going to make the move to buy the house, when we're going to buy that vehicle. Yeah. All the things men try to calculate on a logic. Women engineered totally different. They react to only their emotions. So everything they do is about feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm married to the don't pay a woman any mind because this moment she might feel a way and the next moment she don't feel the same way. So
Absolutely.
it's I know sometimes boys that we're talking about ego and you might like a girl and you say boy why you and her not together. The truth of the matter is that when a situation falls apart,
Mm-hmm.
men always try to go over it in their heads logically. Women don't.
Okay.
In other words, women will take longer to cry about the situation. Men will be macho and move forward. But guess what? If in the moving forward, he's not somebody who can let go, he becomes worse off for it because by the time she and her group of friends
Mm-hmm.
start get together and start motivate her, to forget about you completely at that stage. It's like you never even existed. For the man, him still reminisce about everything, what could have been, what could have happened, how this could have been different, because we are think logically. Women operate like that. So me support sometime a man ego. Because your ego prevent you from bowing to a situation. It keeps going back to boy, this could have been that way, that could have been that way. Yeah, but the bitch this. And so because she this, me I gotta be a man about it and make she go away. You understand me? I did it. So even if you like her, you know say you will like somebody else too. Cause you start remember, say, you remember when we in high school, the first girl me did love, I mean a grade 8, And the girl in a grade 8 too, and grade 11 you take her away from me, You start to think about all of them things there. And you
Mm-hmm.
realize that me never love that girl that like that one day. Seeing so I just that.
All right. All right. Fair enough. I can definitely see, that side of things. And, so with that being said, when we talk about, what's on your mind, right? And I feel like, for me, before we actually get into the topic, I think on our last podcast, it was said that why are men afraid of commitment, right? And we'll go back and I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna think about it, right? And obviously Socrates had his opinion on that, but I go back and I say, oh, why? Why is it that we feel like say, afraid of commitment? And what I was able to come up with, and Ryan, you can tell me if I'm wrong, I'm right, I agree or disagree. But I feel like a lot of men, the emotional burden that comes with dealing with a woman is something that's extremely daunting for some men, right? So, as Socrates rightly said, the way a woman deal with stuff is always from an emotional standpoint, right? And I feel as though for us men, we deal with it more logical. However, if your woman is having a bad day, a work, a school, a play, whatever it is, and she is at a particular point emotionally, As a man, when you're up here logically, you have to come down here so emotionally now to meet her here so emotionally so that both of you can coexist and get over the situation together. Or that is the expectation of a lot of women for for their boyfriends, for their husbands to come down and meet them right here at this level. But a lot of men are not willing to do that. A lot of men think that's too daunting. A lot of men think that damn, I'm gonna really have to do all of this. So sometimes, as Socrates said, in our logical state, we feel like say, oh, this not make no sense. Like why should I cry over this? Like why should I go on so over this? Like this not even that serious. That's what we think. But if we ever open our mouth to the woman and say, why you cry? Like this or that serious, then you open up another can of worms. So I feel like from a man standpoint, a lot of men run from the quote unquote commitment because they don't want to be right there emotionally with the woman every step of the day, especially if you have a woman who love ball, who every day share ball, every 2 days share ball, every 3 days share ball. It's always something always a go wrong. Something always a go wrong with somebody. Somebody do her something at work, somebody do her something at school, somebody do her something around her yard. And then every single time, obviously, you are the core. So you are the person she always have to go to. So you always have to meet her yourself. You always have to come down. It can never be addressed at a logical standpoint because why? She's not there logically. She's there emotionally. So I think, and talking to my other friend groups, some of my friends them say really and truly, and definitely, because when they talk to the side chick and the chick around the street, the chick that did it so emotionally. The chick just want to have some fun. The chick just want to make sure say you have some peace. She want to make sure say you eat some food. She want to make sure say you get some sex, right? So all of them things they your side chick not did it so at that point, but your main, either your wife or your main girl, is right there emotionally. And if you're not right there with her, then she gonna start questioning you as a person. So that what you
And
should.
and the other sorry, and the other thing too is that we as men we are innately fixers. So if we hear of her having a problem, our first thought is how we can fix this.
Yep.
She just want to vent.
Yep.
Maybe she just come she have an issue at work or wherever in the supermarket and she just want to vent. And in our mind we are think about fixing and we are saying, so what am I supposed to do with the information there? Oh me if fix oh me I go fix that. There's nothing there to fix or something like that. So innately we normally go in fixing mode. So what you're saying has a lot of merits.
Yeah. Because I just feel like meeting a woman, at that point or at her lowest point, or sometimes, bro, sometimes we not even feel like say it's even worth how she's acting. But we can never ever dare say, oh, why you going so far? Like it's not even worth it. Because it open up another can of worms. Oh, you don't care about me, oh the balling start, all this, all that. And it's just something where but doesn't feel like say a lot of men want to deal with. So a lot of men there so, but them have Patsy around the road, them have Susie around the road because them know say, all right, if at any point in time girl at home start act crazy, then we have different outlets so we can go to in order to get recharged so we come home we can deal with you. And that's just my standpoint. You have anything to add?
So, yeah, may I say part of the reason I just say why men now get married about the emotional thing with women is because look at my boy. I too much work that
Mm-hmm.
for you go out there go earn money to take care of this household. And then you have to come back and then now have to go listen to a whole diatribe from a woman about something where when you think about it logically,
Mm-hmm.
it's really neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And you have said to yourself, but how this woman I get herself in another position and have me right here so now when me supposed to hold some rest and I think, but oh me I make the next 100 or 200,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen to her and she don't really want a solution as Ryan said. Women just want somebody to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is too much work for a man do.
Yeah.
I said this all the while that if you think about this, about the success in relationship only comes when a woman is more attracted to the man. And that can only come when the man is acting in his most dominant role as the male.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you become a listening ear for your woman too much, it's
Mm-hmm.
a joke. I tell you, it's a big joke, brother. because it'll take away from every other thing that you need to do to make yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that is for hang out with your friend and for them tell about a new business thing we can come up on, you can be a partnership with together. Whether it is something where you can go learn something from, where you can develop a skill from, that you can better yourself. Remember saying at the end of it all, when you leave a relationship as a man, you leave worse off in terms of finances and everything,
Yep.
especially if you get married,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, for me, brother, I can tell you this. A man have to just understand, say, just every time you're in a relationship, just think about it now here. Think about a girl who like you, where you're not even interested in her. And if you take that study of it, you realize that that girl would have do anything to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because she realized that you're not really interested in her. If you deal with your woman 50% that way there, you keep your relationship forever. The way you deal with a girl in a life. If you deal with a woman 50%, like when you deal with a woman there, you keep your relationship forever.
Yeah.
Because what it means is that you are not afraid to put her in check. You are not afraid to ignore her when she go like say she want to get a reaction out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You are willing to deal with her with love and respect because you want the relationship, but at the same time, you want to make sure you understand. Say, look here, if you believe that my day starts and ends with the smile on your face, you make a sad mistake. That when me leave your face, me have to deal with the toughness of life when me go out to go eat my bread. You can't stay there. So I
Absolutely.
just that me I say, brother, if we do
Absolutely.
it, so, we win it. We keep the relationship.
All right. That's fair enough. Mika is saying most of the time what she's complaining about doesn't even make sense. You know, and I think that's what Ryan and Socrates was, was getting to, like, but again, how is it, how is it in a woman most vulnerable state? You're gonna tell her, say, it don't make sense. So like a guy like me, even if I think it don't make sense, brother, I'm just sit down there and really listen. Is it? I'm just
You
listen.
can't tell her that. You have to just do a Socrates.
Yeah.
Just smile and wave and make it go on. Ignore it. You can't tell her that.
All right. So I'm gonna segue now and we'll jump in what we really want to talk about, right? And what I want to talk about is obviously, we are three men on the podcast. With We'll probably think differently. We'll probably choose differently. Probably a girl like me would have choose Socrates, wouldn't choose Ryan, wouldn't choose, or so on so. So I really want to know when it come on to a wife material kind of woman. Ryan, I'm gonna start with you, Ryan. How do you know when a woman is quote unquote wife material? What you say? All right. So first, I want to ask you because there's a saying out there that within 3 days, 4 days, a man knows if not gonna marry that girl, right? Or I'm not gonna deal with her favor, or there is long-term potential with such woman, right? So I want to know how long does it take for you to assess a woman to say, all right, this has a potential to go somewhere? And what are some of the characteristics what you look for to know if a woman is wife material or she is wife material in progress and you just need to tweak a little things, to get it going?
Boy, that 3 4 days something that's on quick still. But anyway, there's some merit to it, whereas I can find another way where there isn't. But anyway, I guess it is dependent on the woman.
Yeah.
But to answer the question generally though, it comes down to what you as a man want out of life, what you're looking for in a woman and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, men, we go for looks first. So, all
Okay.
right, the first thing we attract we is what we see, because we can't see our brain, we can't see our personality, and all of that. So those things come after.
Okay.
So something have to attract you to her. Generally, it's her look, and your approach based on that. And looks come in different form for people. Some people like women who look a certain way versus another, whereas some man it doesn't matter.
All right.
Them not really have a type per se in terms of the looks department and so forth.
All right.
But generally speaking, is the looks. And then now, may always talk about it comes back to the intangibles again. You look for a woman who can nurture, who can take care of your house, who can make you a better man, who can also bring something tangible to the table, assuming you have a good table to put something on. And those things, so all of those intangibles that over time will sustain a relationship. And to me, that is how a man generally choose a partner that
All
is
right.
a wife or a potential wife. The
So Ryan,
intangibles, yeah.
so Ryan, quick question because um, you know, a lot of women always say when them ask a guy why you love me or why you choose me or whatever, him always say there's something on you, something about you that's just different. Something about you will just hit me different or anything along that line, right? So what I'm saying, because there's a lot of women out there who are nurturers. Go back to the intangibles. There's a lot of them who are nurturers. There's a lot of them who are domestic. There's a lot of them who will wash, cook, and clean. There's a lot of them who will give you a particular piece.
Yes,
I
yes.
don't think I don't think all of them can be wife material. They have to be certain things that are distinct to a woman where you can say, you know, man, and you can probably the person who you are talking to know, right? If you decide to say, all right, you know, this is somebody where I can see myself in the future. What is it about that person that you say, you know, this is wife material?
And there's a French term for all that we just described. Them call it je ne sais quoi. It did it, but you can't really explain it like that.
Okay.
So, but it did it. So you know, say it did it, but for you explain it,
Uh-huh.
it now you can't put it in words. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that is a thing for it because you know you can meet. I just say you can meet 10 different women, and
Mm-hmm.
all of them can cook, clean, wash, take
Mm-hmm.
care of the house, can make you a better man. Can she go out, she's successful. She go out, she do her thing too, and but nine of them is not it. But there is that one person that have something it about her
Mm-hmm.
in a sports they call it it factor as you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it is that maybe that like a 1% or 0.1%
Yeah.
something different that you have that
Yeah.
might be that.
So, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. And Socrates, I'm gonna get to jump in shortly, right? But you can tell me if I'm wrong, Ryan. I feel like it's easier to know when a woman is not a wife material than if she is wife material. Like off the bat, probably
Of
first,
course.
probably first conversation, I can know that you are not it. I don't know if you are it, but I know you are not it. And we can know that after the first conversation, exactly where the conversation is going. And again, it's only aligned to me. So she'll probably not be a wife material to me, but she's a wife material to you. Or probably a wife material to Socrates, but not to me. But I'm gonna tell you, for me, exactly what me look for to say a woman is a wife material, right? So again, there's a word or a term I'm gonna like use solid, right? I feel like your woman of a solid, right? And when I say solid, I talk about all round solid. A woman who can just hold down the fort, right? A woman where the whole world can just be tumbling down and she just hold it together. You not even know say the world are tumble down the way she just hold her composure and just hold it together. A woman where she know how to figure things out. A woman who is self-aware. And you pick up self-awareness very easily. You pick it up very easily by first two conversations, you find out if a woman is self-aware. But I think one of the big things to me, and Socrates, you can tell me if this is an important factor for you. I feel as though the woman that I'm talking to, no matter the circumstance, no matter the problem, I believe she must know that it is indeed her duty, as it is mine, for show up for her every single day, regardless of the situation, regardless if we vex, regardless if she don't want to talk to me, regardless if I don't wash up the plate I'm supposed to wash up 3 weeks ago, regardless if I don't do the laundry. She knows, say, this is my man, this is my husband. I'm mad at him right now, but at any time he needs me, I will show up for him 100%. All right, now I'll give you an example. There have been times where me not do something. I said the woman vex. Said the woman vex. She vexed to the point where she not supposed to even quote unquote share your dinner, wash your clothes, anything like that. She vexed, but she still a do that. She still a hear the skirk, and she still a wash your clothes. She still a fold your clothes. And she still a do that. For me personally, that speak volumes. Why it speak volumes? Because I've been in situations before when that don't happen. When I hear the skirt, when I not get no food share out, when nobody not talk to me, when it's a deliberate malice, so I know it's all right, that's not something what me I look for. So Socrates, you can tell me if that then in your space when you are look for your wife material, and I know because of religious purposes, it probably a little bit different for you too, a Christian versus, your religion and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general,
Uh-huh.
you know, I don't believe that I would be able to determine if somebody is wife material within the first month. And the reason for that is people pretend very well. It's just like dating. So you meet somebody and you say you're going, we're talking about just a regular Christian lifestyle now, where you say you go out on a few dates.
Okay.
And you go out on a few dates. The dates for me, especially dates that are not at my place or the person's place, is a big fake thing to me. Because what it does is two people trying to show the other person who they really aren't. That is what dating really is to me. When you go dress up, go somewhere, act like you're decent and boy, no, I'm not here for the sex of a girl. I just like you. And she's there like, oh, I don't care if you are working at Burger King. I just like how you are like your personality. She don't know nothing. It's just a whole fake thing.
Yeah.
So, but when you hang out, when you decide so now go date or now hang out at each other's place, where you either wanna cook some food or wanna just hang out around each other, she will be able to see what you are suggesting to do, and you will be able to see what she's suggesting to do. So
Okay.
right there, you start to understand who you are dealing with as a person.
Okay.
You understand me? Now, so that's a good start. So all these things, first dates must be very to each other's place. So you get to come on my yard and know if me not like wash up plate. You get to learn everything because when you come there, you realize that the place too neat. This look like that person I do this just because me I come. You start look for them something like everybody experience. That's a one. But so I wouldn't be able to determine really from within a month if that person is wife material because each person, like Ryan said before, has their own ideals. So you as a man, you are looking for certain things in a woman. Like you say, you want somebody who you have a solid, and how you describe solid is when the two are even at war, she still plays her role. Now you want that in a woman. Now you have to understand that that is very rare. And why that is rare is because women are emotional creatures and women get upset when they don't get their way. They are like children. I said that last week. They are just grown children. And so if they don't get their way, even though they might be doing the thing for you, my grandmother always said when people vex up them face over food, don't eat it to hurt your belly. The point is that is I don't know if it's really a solid. You sometimes you have to think about it this way. This person cannot do better than you. And so they have assessed that over time. Because when women are give you a bun, you're hard for no. So maybe she out there cheat secretly for you and she realize after a while, say, yo, look how me I do that money. And the money still turn up for me all the time. Him still pay the bills them. Him not stress me out. If me say me no want no sex, him not stress me. If me say me no want to do that, him not stress me. So she realized that you are the best she can deal with right now. So yes, she have to do these things and you might look upon it as solid. But it really isn't that. It really is the fact that she has say, yo, these are the least I can do. So what are the traits now for me that make a woman a wife material? I would just summarize it in like three situations, right?
Yep.
She have to provide comfort.
I think Socrates jump out and jump in back look like a little bit of connection issues. So Ryan, do you actually agree with what Socrates was saying in terms of he was saying, well, she probably not really solid, but she realized she can't really
Yeah, man.
better than it.
Yeah, I think a Chris Rock many years said one time, so when people go on date, and then representative then said, so not really your true self, turn up. And something about what you just said to Kems, regarding the woman still doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're vexed with your employers, them rather. You
Mm-hmm.
still turn up at work next day.
No, but I think so.
So I'm just so
No,
no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that you should treat your relationship the same way because if something not work and you're vexed, you're not gonna not turn up at work because you did vex what we do go on yesterday. You still turn up and you do your work because that's your duty. So if people were to treat their relationship similar to them treat them job for the most part, we'd have better relationships.
all right. So how about this? How about this? All right. And may I make Socrates come back in and finish his point in a second.
Yeah.
How about this, Ryan? You're a woman then on a vex, right? You're a woman then on a vex. And she was supposed to iron your clothes for work. She end up not iron your clothes, you have to iron your own clothes for work. Remember, she iron your clothes every single day. But she vex, she not iron your clothes. So I said, babes, how come she not iron my clothes? She needs some time for cool off. She needs some time for breeze off. So that's why she not iron the clothes. Like to me, through the door. To me, that's a through the door. That's a through the door kind of business. I'm not depend that. Because again,
Yeah, that is yeah.
because
That is
again,
something that is something where can breed into something bigger if you
exactly.
ignore it. Yeah.
Yes. Because guess what, go on? When the mortgage due, I'm a vex. I'm not tell you for pay it. I still pay the mortgage. You understand what I'm saying? I still do every single duty what I'm have to do, regardless of the situation between you and I in this current space. Because again, it's a temporary situation, and you know the whole cliche what them say, don't make permanent decisions and temporary feelings, right? So it's a temporary situation, so you deal with it temporary. Obviously, I'm not go kiki ha ha with you, right? But I know say there are still certain obligations, and it is, and any woman when I take serious, I have told them, it is my obligation for turn up for you 100% of the time, regardless if I feel. Cause man, I tell you, and every day I feel like I talk to you. I'm sure not every day you feel like I talk to me, but again, it is my obligation to ensure say I turn up for you 100% of the time. We'll continue the conversation. Socrates, you were saying there, you have to summarize the three are a couple of things where you really look for your wife material.
Yeah, man. A woman have to be able to give comfort to the household.
Yep,
That's a big thing. Yeah,
very
so
important.
yeah, if you're just in a dry spell where people just walk in from work, walk through the door evening and kick off them boot and ooga bathroom and yeah, and that's it. It's not going anywhere because the roles are not being played properly. That's the first thing right there. So
Uh huh.
the second thing is a woman have to understand that there are some boundaries.
Okay.
Once she even remember these are things where you're not gonna discuss because nobody knows each other until people start getting to know each other.
Of course.
So once you tell her about certain things and your sister she have an inclination for do these things,
Mm-hmm.
you can just tell right away, say this person is not the wife material for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might steal the thing, but because you already know that we are men, we think logical, we think quick, you know what's our exit strategy we have to find. Because clearly this situation not going to work out. You
Yep.
understand? No,
Yep.
a woman will change her ways. Because all women are gold diggers. Some only hide the shovel a little farther behind their back. So a woman will change her ways because what she realizes about you is that you have some value that you want to extract. And I always tell men that your relationship with women is as good as what she has received as yet. Sometimes
Okay.
when I say that man don't understand, I
As much
mean
as what?
as much as she has not received as yet. So when a woman is around you, she a take her time to study you. 'Cause a woman have a style for themselves, you know. Them adapt the style of the man where them there with before, a style where them a try become and I try learn you. So them a do all of that, you know what I mean? All of that all at once. So every woman, them not really have a style for themselves. So when a woman is with you, she's with you for the things that you have not done yet. And man, what you mean by that? You make it sound so crass. It is that it is what it is. So in other words, let me give you an example. Yes, over there I talk about who would make a wife material. A woman will see you and say to herself, you see that brother, yeah, him me want, you know. Mother married to that boy. Yeah. Why she has said that? Because she tell her friends them, give me good sex, him have a good job, him have a nice vehicle. When me listen to him talk, even though him not share with me personally, him have certain dreams and ambition and aspiration. And right now, at this at the man me want. Him have a one daughter, him baby mother is not a drama, or him not a pick me yet, and she go through that in her head. No, here we start up now. You see the moment you don't change, Ryan, you once you not change your ways where you're at. Once you not bend over to her, she always a go on there with you because she want to reach the goal. So if she not get to the goal of marriage, she gonna stay there until she get to there. That is what I mean. So a woman will stay based on what she not get out of you yet, what she expect out of you. So in other words, if a woman say, bro, I'm just like oh that brother you sex me, she not gonna leave you alone until you stop sex are good.
Okay.
And if you understand me, I say anytime she get out of you, what she want, that is it. So what she want is good sex, and then you stop here, she done with you.
Okay.
If you have certain traits and things with you, and certain ambitious things with you, and you change them for she or she realize, say, oh, it never really stays of it true. I just pretend like him or this person. Immediately the respect she start to test you. The respect start drop and it's the end of it.
Oh, so that's why them always say a man should always be on him purpose.
Yes. So that's why we talk to you about a girl where you not like. Think about a girl. Just think about this for a moment. Say you go to boom and you go event
Yeah.
and several people there at the event. A girl there, you don't really like the girl. You don't really care. Like, you know, to you, she not impressed you.
Okay.
Yeah? There is nothing you will do in that event when she look for you that will prevent you from doing it.
Mhm.
So let us say you did a pick out boogie out of your nose and she see her do that. You still a pick out the boogie out of your nose. Because you
Yeah.
do not care one way or the other if she see her pick out boogie out of your nose. That's
Okay.
the point of me. I just use something
No,
where
no,
would
no,
that
no,
be a
no.
little,
No, no,
you know.
understood. Understood. Definitely understood.
Right. In other words, you will not go to the bar and buy your virgin them liquor just for try if you make your sister is a man who can do this because you don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really like her like that. So that's why I'm saying to you that you have to understand that when you deal with females that you like and when you want to establish something with somebody, the best way to start any dating thing is to invite her to your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you do is this is the way you're doing it, invite a woman to your yard.
Yeah.
You stop waste time. Because it means if she's not willing to come to your yard now, it means she not rate you enough.
So let me
Because
ask. So let me ask you a quick question, Socrates. What is the duration of time before a woman can come here? If you meet her today, she can come tomorrow.
Not well, it depends on my schedule. But if I have a open time tomorrow, she can come tomorrow if I have the open schedule.
Yeah.
Because the idea is for me to get to know this person quickly so I can know if this person should be hanging around me or should leave me. Women take longer to decide if they want a man. You know.
Yeah.
Women naturally take longer.
Yeah.
However, a woman will sleep around with people who she don't really like that. Like a woman will like you, I go want to keep you longer to get the sex. Because she had emotion to it and she want to know about you because in her mind you fit the description of who she looking for based on her past mistakes and so. But you see a guy where she don't want, she willing to go sleep with him right now.
Okay.
And
Got it.
you wonder it defies logic. You understand? But it is not logic with women. It is about feeling and attraction. You will
Absolutely.
like a girl and she's not attracted to you. And how you know is when you invite her to your yard right now. She try to give you some story that she can't come.
Yeah.
Me learn. Say if a woman not willing to go to see you quickly, it means that she's not really interested in her.
So that means,
Yeah.
hold on, Socrates. So that means if I meet a girl today, I'm gonna say, hey, blah blah, and then I text her and I say, hey, come over tomorrow. If she decides to do come over tomorrow, that means she's not that interested.
Exactly.
All right, perfect.
Because women will go to the end of the earth for people that them like. I tell you that.
But
What she
what if
won't
she
do
just
for you,
hold on there. What if she says she don't know you like that?
that is an excuse. That is an excuse. I'm telling you. And if you just check it if you think a joke me I make. You see, if you find a person or a set of people or a set of girls who them a act like them a take long for you and them link up, are because them don't want you to know that in the past they are somebody who is easy. So what them want to do is act with you like say them is not an easy person and them want to take things slow. Nobody take slow with me. Once you take it slow with you, we are waste your time. May I tell you that?
All right, so I'm gonna read Mika comment. So Mika is saying, despite my current state of annoyance, I have ensured that dinner is prepared, clothes are ironed, and the house is clean. Additionally, I still provide daily affirmations for him, just not talking. And again, this is someone include. This is under my definition. Under my definition, a solid. This is what it is. Regardless of the situation, this is what is expected, right? And Nicole Campbell is saying, "What am I here listening tonight though with the our hand on our chin?" I'm guessing. All
But
right.
the same thing she listen every week.
She's
What I'm saying in the voice is that
yeah.
so this is a question I would like to ask you because you said this thing that Nicole is saying is part of what you want. What is most important to you as a man? These things that Nicole
It was me. It was Mika. It was Mika.
Mika listed, or the fact that you have a woman who is not out there, I mean, sleeping around behind your back. What is more important to you as a man?
Honestly, these boss. So again, it kind of different for me the way how I view things. You understand me? You know, since what I say, hold on, I'm gonna mute your thing 1 second, Socrates. So since from about 2018 or so, that's not something I'm really worried about, right? I'm not really worried about if somebody asleep out there. So I mean, and that's not really my prerogative to worry about at all. So these things will make a state that are really what's most important to me. I feel if somebody asleep around, then eventually we'll come to the core and then we deal with it at that point. But me personally, I know I just not live my life that way there. When I think about it and somewhere even cross my mind even a little bit. I'm honest. I'm just a be honest. You know, cross my mind at all whether she has sleep out there or she do what, the relationship, the relationship that I hope to have with my partner is just one of complete honesty, right? And I think I've been completely honest to any and everybody who I talk to. And I kind of expect the same. Obviously, individuals are different, people are different, but again, if me go choose somebody and I say this person is going to be my wife, right? I am checking certain boxes. And again, we can't ever we can't ever know what we are doing, right? Because again, we can pick and we can pick wrong, and we just have a pivot and just go again, right? And I think that is just the cycle of life. Well, we just not ever be in a point or a position when I think about what woman I do out the road, what she had to round the road, what she had to cross the street. I'm gonna really live my life like that.
So I am not saying that you should think about that. I don't think you are
Yeah,
understanding
yeah,
what
but if
I'm
you ask
saying.
me which one, if you ask me which one I prefer, this one me Katabo.
Okay, so in other words, you are saying that it is more important for a woman to do the things you can already do for yourself than for her to bring disease to you. Because that you basically are saying, okay, you are saying if she a sleep wrong, once you don't know nothing about it, and you not even think about it none at all. So whatever happens with that happens. But you are saying even if she
No,
want them with 100 man out there behind your back, once you don't know about it, and she do them thing, you are fine. But that can't be a good way because the truth of the matter is that you too might silently figure say something go on and you start sleep with somebody out there and she give you one STI and you spread it to somebody else where you are linked with.
yeah,
Because
but
you are playing the same game where she are play. So to me, well, for me, it
mhm,
is always more important for me to
mhm,
know that when I say a woman is solid, it means that she understands
mhm,
that the role that she plays in the relationship, she have to play that role, which is the feminine role, being in her feminine self at all times, and me being in a masculine sense at all times. So she understand that my contribution or my, what I say, the things that I bring to the relationship
mhm,
can only be delivered if she hold up her side of the bargain. Which part of that is she can't sleep around, she can't
mhm,
do them stuff there and them things that she have to know.
mhm.
Because the moment anything like that surface, it everything dead.
All right,
Because yeah, I saw me
fair
look
enough.
for it still. But that is my view that still.
Absolutely, fair enough. Tamika Valentine is saying, if I meet someone today and he invites me to his house tomorrow, and I decline, what you said makes no sense. You cannot use that to determine if I like you or not. Sir, you are a stranger to me. And before you respond, Socrates, obviously, this is something I agree with 100%, right? I'm not even gonna look on it. I'm not even gonna look on it from a girl standpoint. No, I'm not even gonna look on it from being my girlfriend. May I look on it from if my sister come to me and tell me that she meet a man today and she are going most tomorrow. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Neutral grounds. Now, say you can't meet up with him, but the house business, absolutely not. And it can be a product to what I see are going out the road right now, etc. It can be a bunch of things. But my sister, my mother, my auntie, my cousin, anybody who is close to me in a family setting, absolutely can't go to man house after she meet him today. She could have available from now till next year. Absolutely not. Neutral grounds. And same way, if we meet a girl like Tamika is saying, if me meet Tamika and I'm gonna tell Tamika, say, hey Tamika, may I cook some macaroni and cheese? Come over. And Tamika say, just like what she said, no, no, I'm not coming over to your house so soon. You're a stranger to me. Absolutely 100% respect. We'll meet out a street, we'll meet at a neutral grounds where she is comfortable until we reach a particular level, then she can come on my house, we can go at your house. But
I,
again,
op-
that's
I
my
operate, sorry, I operate off the same premise too. I, because at the end of the day, she's also a stranger to me. So me don't know her like that either. Is she come on my house so quick?
yeah. Uh, she go to she gonna come on your house and she gonna come on your house and pull like there. So this is it, Socrates, right? And obviously I get a chance to respond in a second. But she can come on my house and absolutely not happen, and we have a grand time and good. But then she can come on my house and the worst happen, and the first thing what everybody gonna say, you not even know this man. Where the hell are you going? Why would you go? That's why a lot of times now, you see females, all right, them send them group chat, them send them location, them send this, them send that, but they are ribbies right so they might wear a yellow shirt, green shirt, blue shoes, black shoes, ball head, whatever the case may be. It's just operating from a safety standpoint. Honestly, if you come up, but I know all your pre-Socrates, and again, we have two different experiences, two different lifestyles, two different growing up. But if a woman come house the next day after I meet her, me a judge her. Me personally a judge her. As I said to Ryan earlier, there are certain things in a woman that she will do. I'm a tick her off for the wife material list. This is one of them. If you come on me too soon, this is one of them off the list, because what that is giving me is easy vibes. And again, this can just be from my experience, Socrates. It's not a fact, it's not set in stone, it's just experiences that I've been through. Every woman who have come to my house in a short span of time, it have turned out to be exactly what I think it is. Every woman who has took a long time to come to my house, it has turned out into what exactly I thought it would have been. Right? Must work out because probably me mess up or I'm never ready or whatever the case may be. But the trajectory of the relationship was going the proper way. But the woman never come to us either the same day or the next day or 2 days down the line. The relationship go exactly how we expect it to go. We'll go, we'll sleep together, we'll have sex, we'll do this. Me forget about her, she forget about me. She gonna talk to Tom, we're gonna talk to Tiff, and everybody go them separate ways. And
Right.
then
So,
one
okay.
second before. So I'm gonna read another Tamika comment. Imagine you look right. You meet me today and me in your house. You're gonna consider me easy, no boundaries. And that's exactly what we just say. Like you do that, you're an easy, cheesy lemon squeezy. We don't know no, apart from Socrates. We don't know no other man where the woman come and house the next day and him thinks that the lady there the lady is the wife material. But then here is somebody supporting Socrates' point. The first time I met my man, I went to his house. We are still going strong 13 years later. So different strokes for different folks. Yeah, that's different strokes for different folks. Right?
So we
But
can respond now.
yes, sir. Go
All
right
right.
ahead.
So here's the thing. I think we kind of push the thing in our place where I never really that way that me say it, but it just got that way there. What I'm saying, and I repeat again,
All right.
woman, when a woman like you, she will jump through hoops for you. So, again, if you meet a woman today and you and her talk, whether on the phone or whatever, I want to decide to go on a date. Remember, that's how we started the date. I say the best place to have the date is one of your all's house. And the reason for that is you don't waste money and time sending the representative, as Ryan to Chris Rock said. You end up now getting to know the person for real. So it wasn't about the one day you meet somebody and go to the house the next day. I was just making the point to you that if a woman like you enough
Okay.
and you and her is going to go on a date,
Yeah.
and you are suggesting to her that let's hang out at my place or her place, it depends on when you get to that point in the discussion. It
So
is
let me
not
ask,
like, right.
so let me ask you a question, Socrates. Are you also willing to admit that there is a stigma associated with a first date being at a man's house?
No, well, follow what I'm saying.
No.
There can be a stigma, but the point I'm making to you is that remember when you are having discussions with somebody,
Understood.
it is the interaction that lets you understand who the person is that you are going to link up with him.
Okay.
So therefore, To me, it really doesn't matter if you meet her today and you and her had a really good conversation, like you talked to her 2 times within the day. When you met her, you and her text for about 120 minutes, and you're gone with your busy life, and she do what she do, and then down in the evening, you and her text, and una say, yo, you know, say, me like how you move, and me like how you move, and she say, yo, make we have a date. And you say, all right, coffee, and we are hang out at my place. I can't see it as a easy. Listen what me I said, I'm just tell you. I can't see it if she say. Remember, so she gonna say something now. And the ones who tell you that no, me can't do that, like me can't do that, that no look right. Me can't go do that, that seem too easy. They are actually people who have done this before. To me, the person who just like you and say them a come hang out with you because based on how you and them interact. First, what them a do, them a tell you say them trust you, number one. What them a say is that I am putting myself in a position where I wouldn't do this as a person, but because of the interaction, I'm trusting you.
No,
You
but
know,
Socrates,
know,
no, Socrates, we
yeah,
don't want that though. We don't want that
but
though.
hold on, you know our responsibility as a man to not erode that trust. So you have to suggest things and go with the vibe. Now, if you realize that in suggesting things, this person is easy, then the person is easy. But you might be in a position where you are suggesting things and the person is so firm that they are saying to you, this is not what I'm about. I just want to hang out with you, blah, 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 and this and that. So you might think so because a girl come on your yard for the first time, it means that she just easy. When me I try to tell you something, I just said the last thing here, so.
Yeah.
Women will go to a party and meet a man in at the party
Okay.
and text the man in at the same party and go about them business like them never do not with a man there. So me now go judge a girl when me and her have an interaction and we have a like for each other. And I say, let's hang out at my place. So we might cook some dinner for you. We might can cook something where you like. We might talk about that. And she say, okay. She'll take a fly up on you. Me now go judge her, brother. That's that me I say.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Again, as I said, your opinion, your experience, nothing against it. It's just not. It's just not something. It's just not even a question what me I gonna ask. Because if she even, and then we're gonna move on now, Socrates. But even if she said to me, say, even if she come forward, Socrates, and she say, hey, I want to come over your house, and I would just meet her, and she has said the vibes right. And listen, I've been in those situations. I've been the vibes right, one night kind of stand, same night. I've been there, done that. But I'm saying no, looking back from a mature standpoint, that are not something we would have done today. If I meet a girl today and she said she want to come to my house tomorrow, regardless of how the vibes feel, no, neutral site. Neutral site. Not like the vibes could have ripe like a mango. Absolutely not. Neutral site, and they will go up on the building blocks.
Yeah, the closest thing I've had to this in recent years was about a year and a half ago when me and the girl go out for our first date and I drop her home and I say, why you trust me if I drop her home? And she said, oh, I know you're through my friend, so you're supposed to good, supposed to all right. So okay, cool. But that is the closest because she make me drop her home and me know exactly where she live and all that kind of stuff. But you trust me so quick. And she said, oh, because me know you're through we have a mutual friend. So I'm gonna say, okay, cool, understandable.
All right. So Socrates, really quickly, just answer yes or no for this one, because we have to move on. So this says, Socrates, your current partner facilitated your first date at your home. Just a yes or no for this one.
Yeah, man.
All right. There you have it, Nicole. Yeah, man. All right. All right, yeah. So now make a segue. And Socrates, you're probably, because you've talked about this many times. Nicole is saying, okay, sir. Yeah, you've talked about this many times, right? About our value as a man, right? So I know your standpoint on it, but I wanted to get Ryan's view on what he believes his value is as a man to a woman, and how do you show that value? What boundaries do you have? What boundaries do you put in place for sure? Say, hey, this is my value. This is what I stand for, and no woman can break my barrier, no matter my value, no matter how good you look, etc., etc. Where does your value come from?
Yesterday I was in Mobile at a conference and somebody who I know very well, men are a talk,
Yeah.
and something came up. And I said to her, say, some time ago when me did down and out, me never did work for a minute and all of that, me just take myself off the grid. Me not date nobody, me not talk to no woman, nothing at all. And then now when me start work back and start build back wealth, start become more debt free and all of that, I say, okay, all right, now I'm available for this. So that is how I see my value. I should be a man who put myself in a position where I can facilitate a woman and make her comfortable. I should not be a burden onto a woman financially. I should be lessening her financial burdens. Um, I should be making myself a better person in terms of a provider and also assist her to become a better woman, whereas she should also be assisting me to become a better man. Um, there are
Okay.
other things that now come to mind right now, but go already. Um, as a man, you're supposed to can stand on your own. You're supposed to can take care of things
So,
when the need arise and so forth.
okay.
Matter of fact, you're not supposed to even be told to do certain things either. You're supposed to kind of take the initiative and deal with certain things a certain way. So
So,
yeah.
so give me an example because I've often heard that guys should just do some stuff, right? So, give me like an example. If you see her here want to do you just say 10? I don't know how much here costs like in a
Yeah, you
Jamaica.
can do that. You can do
But
that. But I'm not gonna see if you do our hair and our nails every month. I'm not gonna see if you pay our rent every month. I'm not gonna see if you pay our car note every month, our insurance every month. But you can deal with all of them things every now and again,
but what
kind of
what
thing.
what is every now and again? Give me some timelines. Every six
Every
months
other every other month, maybe every 3 months, something different
also
every 2 or 3 months kind of thing.
so like you're saying.
Maybe
So this
if you stay so money wise, maybe every month too. I don't know.
all right. So but just I try to get for understanding for those who are watching, listening, for them to understand too. So are you now saying so month one you pay the mark, you pay a rent, month one, you pay a rent, right? Because again,
Hmm.
you're a man of value, you pay a rent month one. Are you now saying month three, you pay a car note, and then month five, you pay our light bill? Like, but just try to understand.
Or you can just get money and say, deal with him, see a thing, yeah. Take care of yourself, buy something nice, them kind of thing there.
All right, no. So now we could go down in the dollars now because again, we know how the economy stay in a Jamaica.
Mm.
I would have think if me give a girl $5,000, 5,000 Jamaican dollar, I would think I'm exuding some form of value. Here, babes, see $5,000. Do you do you hear? Buy a makeup set. Do something. Does it go like that, or do I have to be giving 100,000, 200,000, 300,000?
Virgin, if it is that you give a woman 5,000, you have some woman who appreciate it more than some where you give 100,000. So it depends on the type of woman you're there with. And a woman will also put it this way, your $5,000 can be more valuable to you than the next man 100,000.
Explain it.
You
Are you
know can be a dude who are build yourself and so forth, and you really don't have the what should I call it now, that fiscal space. And you say, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice. and get a girl you $5,000 of my money. Whereas an ex-man now, 500,000 mean nothing to him. But
I
but in a fair mind, she don't know that. She don't know that because to her, she get 100,000 versus 5,000.
yeah,
She might look at you and say, "We are going to look at $5,000,"
yeah,
and such man, I give me 100,000. Whereas that $5,000 there is more valuable than that 100,000.
but it's valuable to you, not to her, to you.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Oh, so
So it depends. That's why I said to you, it depends on where you are financially. So you have to, you can go try compete with Mr. Man.
all right. So let me ask you this. Right? Let me ask you this. What about what you think about giving a woman a credit card? Give her one of your credit card and say,
To do what
"Here,
with?
huh?
To do what with?
No, may I explain? Give her one of your credit card, babe.
No, you
You know,
can't stop explain. Nobody not get like it.
no, no, that's not something you do. But I'm
No?
saying, men, some men of value them do that, right? Some men do that. So I'm gonna give you an example. I have a friend. Um, him give a woman his credit card have 3,000 limit on it. It makes you know say every month you can only spend 3,000. You can't spend no more than 3,000. Right? So,
Okay.
and if you don't spend 3,000 this month, then it don't roll over to the next month. The next month, I just 3,000 you have again. You don't have 3,000 plus the other money when you never spend. So that's why I'm asking: is that
Okay. And that's the thing. I am in the $5,000 tax bracket. I'm not in the $100,000 tax bracket.
okay? Okay, okay,
So me
okay,
can't afford to get nobody no credit card to go use like
okay.
that. All right.
How much you can't afford? We can't afford that either. Socrates, you want to add something, boss? You look like you're itching to talk over there. You
No,
want-
I am laughing because I am saying you said that a friend of yours who is what you call like a high value man. He's not a high value man. He's just a man of means. You understand? He's a man of means. He has monetary things going for him.
Yeah.
So that's what he is. A high value man don't make those kind of errors, my boss. Because let me tell you something. That is an error. We can tell you this. Because when you do that, two things you make up.
Okay.
First, you allow a woman to size you up. All of a sudden now she know what you can provide for her, that there's a ceiling on that. So there's no mystery to you, you know. And that is what women love with men. They love mystery. They want to understand really how much money Ryan have. Because they might say, boy, oh, Ryan deal with things. Me, I wonder how much money he have. So how me would I deal with that woman now is like this. As a high value man, I think how you deal with women to show your value then for that reason. Is that you're not a woman a deal, and she knows it. You and her only a deal because she's attracted to you. She's attracted to the fact that you are a man on your purpose.
All right.
She's not attracted to you because of what you can provide. What she sees is that you provide very well for yourself.
Okay.
And so she believes in her mind that if this man can provide so well for himself, this is the kind of man I want because it means that some of that will spill over to me.
Okay.
So that is how high value men think. So high value men will splurge on a woman. But how they splurge on a woman, well, at least how I would splurge on a woman, is like providing some things that are intangible. So,
Okay.
like you have a woman and you and her there for a while, and you ask to say, boy, I know to that girl, yeah, she loyal to the thing, regardless of what go on, she loyal to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You fly her out somewhere and her go on a vacation. Because you hear her talk, her friend them a talk, say, boy, them go yes so and them go this so and oh, this so nice. You just say, take your passport and come. And you drive her go to an airport, you don't even know, say you buy the ticket. So you live your life as a high value man. Show her life. Show her that life can enjoy, you know. But you have to build the wealth first before you enjoy. So at all times, you live with her in a way where she has said, boy, that money can do so much more. She's looking for the next thing that you will do for her.
Okay.
You will hear her there complaining, say, boy, our mother want a stove. And one of the first things you start to tell her, say, all right, look here, you know, your mother want a stove and you're alone your mother have. You have 4 other brothers and 3 other sisters. if you are interested in buying them under the store, the first thing you have to do is find out how much money them have to contribute. And once you get where they are, then you can sit down now and say, boy, if I $80,000 for the stove, or like in a Ryan place, $130,000 for the stove, you know, say if I only 50,000 them I provide, you as the high value man now must make sure you know, say, you can't buy that stove there. You know? Because as much as you would want to buy that kind of stove there, me can tell you, me can help you to buy your mother a stove. Me can't give you more than $25,000.
Why? Why?
Because I am not doing it. I'm not responsible for your mother. You are responsible for your mother. If me and you left tomorrow morning, I'm still your mother. If me and you left tomorrow morning, that woman no business with nothing with me. She didn't ever care if I me to help her buy the stove. Because as far as she is concerned, me this her daughter, and she don't want in a no chatting with me. So, as a high value man, you have to know say you have to spoil woman. You know what I heard that? Don't spoil woman. Because anything you show a woman in the beginning, try be consistent with it in the end.
True.
That is how women operate in my boss.
Yeah.
So you're a virgin, you give a woman $3,000 credit card. My word, if you ever go to her one day and say, you know, say, me have to go reduce the credit card at a 2,000. Oh my God. Hey, let me tell you this.
I was about to say that.
Yo, the problem over there, you don't wonder who him kill for your brother. Who you murder for your woman, your brother. So women are like that.
Hold on a second, it's not even that. Remember, say Kim say, if she not use the tree in our go roll over. So let us say the card at 3,000 and she use 1,500 every month. If the 3,000 cut to 2, you know, and she still and a 15 should have used. At the end of the day, man, take $1,000 from her, you know? Even though she never use it. That's what she go for it.
If she use $1,500 one time or $2,000 and she realize that backside it really roll over for you as long as the have gear the car, she will never make that mistake again. Let me tell you that. Never. Always she don't want she buy. You know what?
Yeah, come in and they come in like you get a pay cut too. Because I mean, if you go work a man and then say, boy, you know, so 150,000 come out for your pay though. You go vex, even though you might not spend all your pay, you go vex anyway because I had an idea your pay cut. So she go look on it too.
Listen, man. We're there 1 hour 22 minutes. Didn't want to touch another topic, but we'll touch it next week. I'm gonna wrap it up right. So Socrates, I'm gonna give my brethren your advice. I'm gonna tell him to cut it to 2,000. I see what happened. I see how it go. You know, but obviously, you know, Socrates, Brian, you know, definitely thank you for joining. You know, wonderful discussion as well. I'm always up for a discussion, man. Whether I agree or disagree, you know, I think it's a crucial part of the learning process, right? And but now, like for me personally, I can't talk to people, only the people that I agree with. You know, more I talk to some people I disagree with too. Who have some different views than me. I feel like that's how you learn and it's crucial to learn. So Mika is saying high value men are likely to make financial investments on her behalf.
That is true. That's true.
Okay. All right. So again, as I say, we're gonna wrap it up here tonight. For those who are watching, we're watching. You know, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your cousin, just have them subscribe, like the channel. We'll be here next week at 8 o'clock Jamaica time, where we'll have another fantastic discussion. You know, gentlemen, thank you again. Very much appreciative. We'll see you guys next week. All right.
Blessings. Yeah, man. Respect.